Welcome back to Humblewood. I'm Abby, the dungeon master for this campaign. We're playing D&D 5th edition, and I have four lovely players who are playing cute woodland characters. They will each, as per usual, explain their character, who they are, and then the question this week is if your character were a ghost, how would they haunt people? Sean, you can go first.
Okay, I am playing Ori Whitewing. You're vaguely, I don't actually think he's that grumpy, but I guess he comes off as a little grumpy. Uh, Sort of forester, wanderer of the forest, keeper of the forest. Um, and how would he haunt people? That's a great question. I think people already think Ori is haunting them because he is white. Um, so I think it wouldn't be that much different from real life, and he would just stalk them. And an owl's hoot sounds very much
Mm.
similar to a ghost's boo. So, I mean, it really just lines up. He's really a ghost in
Please,
disguise,
please
actually. Have
demonstrate.
any of you touched him?
Believe he's given Mungojerry a piggyback, but Mungojerry could be a ghost too.
Exactly. You never know. These are the questions. Okay. Oh,
Popcorns.
Popcorn Connor.
Ugh, I never go early. Hi, I'm Connor. I play, um, not Remus. Jesus Christ, Rutherford.
Who do you play?
Rutherford, the Vulpin. I've got werewolves on the mind, I guess. He is the wily, sardonic, tough nut to crack but lovable insides, Vulpin of the group, and he would be your classic mischievous poltergeist. That is, you know, throwing teacups around and all kinds of things, especially like moving things around. You put this down here and like swapping your salt and your sugar at the table, that kind of stuff. Classic.
Classic.
Popcorn Bohuckle Logan.
Hi, I'm Logan. I play Bohuckle, the cleric of the group, the exactly what you think of the group. He doesn't try to hide, he gives sound advice, and he just wants to help people. How would he hunt someone? He'd follow them around, and every time they did something he disapproved of, he would bang two pots together really loud. That's just straightforward corrective action from beyond the grave.
Great.
Sarah.
Woohoo! Hey, I'm Sarah. I play Mungojerry the Munificent. Um,
Give that word a
and
Google.
he's he's the bard of the group. Um, and how would he haunt someone? I feel like Mungojerry would really think that he was being helpful, similar to Bohuckle since they're related. But I think he would like be given motivational songs, like like a lullaby. Oh, they can't sleep. They need a little lullaby to go to sleep. Oh, they need to wake up early in the morning. Like a rousing tune to wake them up, and it would just freak them out even more. Maybe cups of tea, strangely warm in places you never left them.
Get out of bed, step on cup of tea.
I didn't put this on the floor.
That's that's the one thing. Ori would drink all of your alcohol.
Mm.
All your
Mm,
alcohol would disappear while Ori was haunting you.
perfect. Sean, you give us a quick recap of what happened last time.
I guess I can. Um, well, really, the only important information and the most important information is that we got to meet the Great Bird Council of Alderheart and talked to Bitta, who apparently Rutherford has an established relationship with. I'll say that salaciously to make it more interesting. Um, and we have been tasked after revealing how the magistrate of Winnowing Reach was so incompetent and will quickly be arrested, hopefully. We have been tasked with dealing with the bandits that are apparently they've grown so bold they're attacking Alderheart directly, diverting precious resources from dealing with the other problems like the growing wildfires that are popping up throughout the forest. So, we are on a mission to deal with the bandits for I think we bargained for a pretty good amount of gold. Was it 50?
50 gold!
50 gold. Per person obviously. And the leader of these bandits is the Servin Benna Saradin, who we will be looking for maybe as the head of the snake, so to speak.
Perfect.
That's it.
All right, last we left off. I think you all. What had you all done? You just shipped a letter
Mhm.
to the AVM. What did your letter say, Rutherford?
Basically, hey, we need to know things about how magic works. It's kind of unique general avium question. I'm sorry. I barely remember. It was a letter to get them to look into causes of wildfires and dreams of wildfires and kind of the supernatural rate at which that's happening, I believe.
Yeah. That sounds right.
We were headed to talk to the captain of the guard.
Yes.
The cutest captain.
The cutest.
Oh, we hadn't talked to
captain.
them yet? I thought we talked
No,
to them.
you were headed to talk to the captain of the guard. Okay. I think the perch guard base is near the top of the tree, which all
Oh,
are
lovely.
already at. They have like a little tower that's built into one of the branches. And there's I think a couple perch guard that are just like kind of milling about. Maybe there's like a little courtyard area.
Do we know the name of the guard?
Of the captain of the guard?
Yeah.
Rutherford probably does.
Mm-hmm. Are you asking me to name them?
Sure.
Everybody calls him Gingerbeak.
Ah, good old Gingerbeak.
Just jot that down.
Gingerbeak, captain of the guard.
He is. I think he's an old, crotchety owl. It's a Strig.
Oh, I know what he is.
Oh,
He-
oh
you don't have
my!
to
Doesn't
tell me
he
what he
have an
is.
appearance already?
Can we see a picture of him already?
No, you did not. Yeah, so he's just like chilling inside. You all go in, and I think there's like similarly to the jail in Winnowing Reach, there's like a scribe that kind of sets up appointments. And so you get an appointment with Gingerbeak, Captain Gingerbeak. And pretty quickly, like 15 minutes later, you see this. He's probably a Corvum. Probably. But you see this like toucan looking Corvum.
Yes.
Massive beak. Pretty like stocky body. He comes out. He like nods to Rutherford and it's like, come back to my office. We'll talk back here, and he like leads you back. He's got a little office with some like trinkets and stuff. He kind of sits down at his desk and gestures at a little like 3-person couch for you all.
The four of us sit on the couch.
Somehow we fit the four of us on the couch.
I think Rutherford stands.
Perfect.
He's like, how can I help you folks out?
Well, Gingerbeak. I just imagine him like the beak's so big he has to turn and look at you through one eye, and then he like turns and looks at you through the other eye. It was
Really,
never
he
much
just
of a
looks over
marksman,
his beak.
but oh yeah, every now and then. He's got little tiny monocle like glasses over
Spectacle.
the bridge.
Oh, that's so cute.
Ori is he's sort of he's straight to the point like always. So he says Bitta has asked us to deal with these mercenaries. We'd appreciate any information on them that you have about their whereabouts, their setup, anything that we could use to destabilize them, one
Ah,
might say.
yeah. I mean, the perch guard being what it is, we don't really go out to where the bandit stronghold is. But it's out in the mountains, somewhere.
Why
up
don't you go
there.
out to the mountains? Seems like that's a problem you should solve.
But when the bandits come here, we kill the bandits, and that's pretty much all we can do at this point.
Well, I'm not saying that the problem isn't now. I'm saying that the problem in the past was probably that you didn't go out to the bandits. They can't just sit in your tree.
Very unnatural.
Anyway, I'm not here to criticize you. That's already been done. The speaker had mentioned a woman, Benna.
Oh yes.
What information
Anna.
do you have on her?
I've started hearing her name recently. I think she's a new leader that they found. Couple bandits that we have in the jail now we've broken them, and they've given us her name and kind of told her that she holds up in the stronghold. But other than that, we don't know all that much. She seems like a fearsome warrior from what they say. They're all very scared of her.
Well, now, how many bandits do you have in the jail?
Just two.
Well, that hatched me an idea in my head.
Hatch you an idea.
Otherwise, there's some, I don't know, tiny Strig has been wandering around looking for somebody. He goes by the Ash Knight, but I think his real name is Riffin. You could go find him. He hangs
Hey,
out.
Now, is this related to the bandits, or is this just something totally different?
No. He's been talking around looking for someone, but he's gone out and he's taken care of a couple of small bandit camps for us.
Then do
I
you
think
know
you know.
where he is now?
I think he
Strig's-
drinks down in the roots, but I'm not sure.
It's a good
Strig
place to
after
ask
my own
around.
heart.
What was his name?
Riffin, the Ash Knight. And I think Bohuckle, as he says the Ash Knight, and he says his name is Riffin, you recognize this name as someone who lived in Ashborough with you.
What?
Wicca, what?
I'll describe him. Well, you said he's a Strig. I'll be like,
Yeah.
well, now, Riffin, is that a Strig?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
go on to describe how this
Yeah.
person looks.
And he's like, oh yes, tiny Strig.
No,
Big
she's just
ol'
a
eyes.
wee little bit big old eyes.
Big old eyes.
Well, no, he died in a
Um,
fire. He died in a fire. He can't be here.
Oh, well, he's here. I've seen him. Not that I've heard of him before this, but you don't forget a title like the Ash Knight.
But he did assign that to himself. It's a pretty self-indulgent title, I'd say myself. Well, I'll turn to the group. I don't know what he's doing here. He died in a fire.
I was gonna say, I thought you said no one survived
Well,
that fire.
no one did survive that fire.
Well, trust a Strig to find a way out.
My tiny accent has
Yeah.
contaminated you.
Logan, you dug yourself into a real accent hole here.
It's all right. He'll get back.
Oh,
He just needs good old
You've got his-
Mungojerry.
Don't worry about it, nephew. You'll here. I give him a swig of tea. Clear your throat.
Irish tea.
Irish breakfast. Sometimes we Gallus, we like to put on characters, but
Yeah,
he'll return.
did I know? Like, how well did I know Riffin?
I don't know. What do you think?
Was he like an official in the town, or was he just
No, he's not an official. He's like a guy.
some guy that just calls himself the Ash
The
Knight?
Ash Knight. Yeah.
I think
I mean,
I probably
he's like
had.
an adventurer. So he was like, he is from Ashbarrow, and he
Is
was
he
in Ashbarrow when it burned down.
Is he an
you-
upstanding citizen?
Yeah,
Okay,
he's a chill little dude.
probably have some problems with him, but I know him well.
Yeah, probably. What's his alignment? Who knows?
Better be lawful or else he's in trouble.
Why will it not open? Oh, here it is. He's lawful good. You're probably fine with
Oh,
it.
we're great, bud.
Captain Gingerbeak, would we be able to talk to those prisoners of yours?
For what reason?
To help us find where the bandits are and kill them,
The bandits,
then-
not the prisoners.
not the prisoners.
The bandits, we've gotten information from them about their fortress being in the mountain, which we really already knew, but I can kind of like point you in the direction, and they have some keep.
We have
Do you have a
an
map?
edict from on high to save this godforsaken tree from more bandit attacks. So we're gonna need a little bit more information, if you know what I mean. And about the bandits and exactly where they live and how they operate in this new change in political power, so to speak.
Maybe have a little bit of personal information.
That too.
Their
If you
names.
need, if you need personal information,
What
you
they look like.
can-
Anything we need to impersonate him.
You could go talk to them. They might be a little cracked, just to warn you.
Oh, what did y'all do to him?
That is confidential Perch Guard information, but I will tell
I'm
you,
Deeply
you should-
concerned.
you should have a good informant on the bandits already.
I look at Rutherford.
I think we should go and have a conversation with them. That would probably be our best source of current information on their
I
whereabouts.
say, Captain Gingerbeak, Rutherford never escaped from a death sentence on the gallows. That's just a rumor. He
Excuse
was
me?
never condemned to die for
Oh.
nefarious banditry or
Yes.
other dark dealings.
Where did you learn that, Mungo?
I don't remember. I heard it somewhere.
Well, you know how these rumors get. They spread. They're wild.
I've heard no one survives Gingerbeak's interrogation techniques unscathed, so
I'm beginning to believe his beak is stained with blood.
I'll ask a Gingerbeak, or he will be like, we'll go visit the prisoners and see if we can get anything out of them, cracked or not. But do you know, or did you know anyone by the name of Leia? She was a guardian of the Scorched Grove.
He pulls out like I don't know, manifesto of employees.
A manifest. A manifest destiny.
A roster?
No.
A burn book? A manifesto.
They're starting a new movement, okay?
A roster, sure. A fancy roster. And he was like flipping through and he's like, oh yes, Leia was assigned to the Scorch Grove.
Do you know where her assigned place was? What her exact assignment was?
Patrol of the area.
Okay. Does she have any next of kin?
She has been missing for a while. We've already contacted.
Well, I
Now,
just...
Gingerbeak, when somebody asks you a question, that's usually because they want to do the thing they're asking you about. So, we would like to visit her next of kin if she has any.
For what reason?
That's confidential.
Her next of kin is confidential.
Just to pay my respects, right, Mungo? She helped save us one time when we were traveling near the
she
Scorched Grove.
saved us one
and-
day, and we promised to repay her family if we couldn't repay her.
Rutherford, can't you just
Exactly.
wave that little sigil you have around to make him do what we want?
No.
He's got a badgy thing.
Yes, it's just a very official badge thing.
Is it possible for me to get the name of Leia's next of kin? Please.
I mean, somebody make a deception check. Probably Mungo.
With help.
Sure.
I'll help.
No,
You're
you're
rolling.
rolling.
You're
Oh. It's me.
You don't want us rolling.
Ah, yes, deception. Great. I launch into a great and detailed story about how Bohuckle, Ori, and I were saved by Leia the Lovely, and that we swore to repay her kindness in whatever way we saw fit, and she really missed her family and tasked us with going to check on them and see how they were. Voila.
Exactly.
So we need to know where they are. I got us. I got us.
Sarah, what happened to the extraordinary Mungojerry and the rapier
Oh.
of doom?
Fallen far
The
from
silver
grace.
wit is not striking.
Jerry is just he is a bird of good. He doesn't love lying.
He does not love lying.
And
None
lying does
strikes
not
you.
love you.
He likes persuading more than lying. Outright lying, less good.
Yeah, he's just like, no, I can't give you that. I'm so sorry.
But she's dead.
Well, we don't know that. don't get it twisted.
I mean, she hasn't reported back to duty, has she?
She has not, and that's why we have already contacted them. But under the Birdfolk Information Protection Act, we're unable to give you that information.
All right, fine.
The
Show us
Bippa?
your cracked prisoners,
Bippa.
and we won't tell anybody about that.
Yeah,
He's like,
we've
yes,
got
yes, and
a cracked nut to crack further.
he grabs a set of keys out of another locked drawer, picks them up with his beak, tosses them over to you, and is like, here are the keys to the dungeon. Be on your way. They're the only ones down there.
quick.
Just have it. You just give us the keys to the dungeon, but you can't tell us the name of someone who's not even affiliated with your organization?
It's like, do not pay attention to him.
It's the clerks, man. It's the.
Like, my good man, we take Bippa very seriously here.
More seriously than dungeons. They don't usually have to use dungeons, so they're just unused to this sort of interest.
Hmm.
Okay. We'll scurry on down.
I think Rutherford has the keys.
Is there a
Um,
point when we could be
Like,
by the clerk by themselves?
Yeah.
Let's talk to that clerk by themselves.
Are you gonna talk to him?
Sure.
I'm not good at talking.
I'm not either, but I'll talk to him.
Okay. The clerk. What's the clerk? The clerk's a nice little falcon raptor.
It's a nice little falcon raptor like you doing up here.
They've got little spectacles like any good clerk, and they're like writing down on their little notebook.
I have a request to make. I have to update the emergency contact information for my sister. Her name's Leia. I need to update it from whoever it is to me, but you could read off who it is first, and then I could tell you if that's me or not.
Make a persuasion check.
Sure thing.
Yes. Do you want help?
Oh, it's-
17.
That's pretty good. He
Power of
looks at
dice.
you. He like squints his eyes. Like,
What is
Alright.
Leia? Is Leia a bird? Do we
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think all the
What type
bird
of-
folk are bird folk.
What type
Perch
of
guard
bird is
are
she?
bird folk. Not a Gallus.
no.
Oh, it is our family's.
Sean, what kind of bird
Adopted on our my second cousin's
Adopted on our
side.
mom's side.
I
My
think
mom's side.
she is a falcon.
She's a falcon. Let me make
You look
sure.
close.
that
My
the-
eyes are falcon eyes. It's just when they adopted her in, we got some of her physical traits.
Mine too. Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Let me make sure that it doesn't actually say in it. No, it definitely doesn't. Okay, yeah, she's a falcon. So she's another raptor. He looks up at you and he's like, "All right. Let me just find her." And he starts flipping through, and he comes to like a line. He's like, "All right.
I'll just go ahead and read off what is written already.
All right. It says that her emergency contact is Benji.
Benji?
Are you Benji?
I am not. You got to update that.
Oh,
All right.
Benji died years ago.
Benji's long gone. She's that's why I'm here to update it. You can go ahead and put Bohuckle, contact Bohuckle with anything concerning Leia.
While that page is open, before anything is done, can I sneak a good read at the page?
It has a name and an address. I think for the address is not in Alderheart. Where would it even be?
Where would it even be?
Where would it even be?
Big Elm Tree, number 276.
When we
Golden Elm.
reach?
Little Fluffington.
Lovely. The address is in Bracken Mill, which is a good ways southeast of Alderheart.
Whoever that was important to, commit it to memory.
Yeah, I'm committed.
I'll now go ahead and update that, and I'll put Eliza's Emporium as my address. And I'll
Okay,
be like,
perfect.
send information, attention, Bohuckle.
He's like, all right. Eliza is your wife, I presume?
Yeah, mistress.
Oh, okay. We accept all kinds.
You know how these bird folk are with their community.
Will there be anything else?
Well, what more can you tell me?
Nothing.
Oh.
Can I help you with any other problem?
We're going down to the dungeon now. Which way would that be then?
Oh, it's that way. And he points to a door.
Great. Lovely. Mungojerry is just gonna tut down to the dungeon. I think he has to wait though because Rutherford has the keys.
Yep.
So he goes.
Rutherford, he's right there with you. Abby,
Hmm.
can I roll circles to see if I know who
Oh
it
my
is?
god.
We really need to roll circles a lot in this game.
We
What
really
do you
do.
want?
I want to know
What
if
do
I
you
know
want?
the guys that are in jail.
Oh, yeah. Roll a d6.
It's a
Odds no.
3. Damn it.
Yeah. So you all go down to the dungeon, I assume.
Mhm.
You unlock the door that the clerk pointed to. And there's a couple of like carved stairs that go down. And then you see the dungeon is like lit with, I don't know, probably like ever burning lamps that are magical so that they don't accidentally burn down the whole tree. No fire, just fake magic lamps. And they're hung every now and then. They're like shine with a blue light. And then you can also see there's like rooms for dungeon cells. But you don't see a floor that is associated with those, at least from where you are, like coming down. You just see sunlight coming from like up through the cells.
Don't
So
love
you
that.
basically see like pits, but the pits
Mhm.
are illuminated with sunlight.
So are they hanging?
How do you keep a bird folk imprisoned in an open container?
You continue down the stairs.
You clip their wings.
And you see, so it's like standard cell walls that go into the pits. So there's like bars. And then as you look through the bars, you can see down maybe like 10 feet. It's pretty deep. And then those are like carved into the wall. And at the bottom is the bottom of a branch. And there's more like cell grating at the bottom of the cell. So it's completely enclosed. There's a
The floor
wall
is bars.
and the floor's bars.
Okay, it's a hamster cage.
Mungojerry is a hard
You
clinging
should
to the
never
floor.
get imprisoned here.
And you see most of the cells, there's like, I don't know, 6 cells are empty. But one of the cells has 2 gerbine in it that are like grasping at each other for dear life. And they're like squeaking. And they see you peek over and they're like, "Oh, save us! You have to save us! They're going to kill us!"
Challenging to be a land animal in a floating prison
Bird
cell.
world.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Can I open the cell and slip inside?
He did not give you the keys to open the cells.
Oh.
What keys did he give us?
The keys to get in here at all.
Gingerbeard is way too competent for this job. I just
I
want
don't
to
tend to agree with that.
Well, my plan hinged on removing them from physical danger. So,
Oh, well, we gotta confirm that you're the right person. Yes, could you give us your names?
Us? Our
Well,
names?
who else?
This is Tina, and also this is Iggy. And
Who's
they
Tina and
point
Iggy?
at Tina, and then they point at Iggy.
Perfect. Oh, this is Tina and Iggy. This is Bohuckle. This is Mungojerry. And those two. We gotta confirm your demographic. Are you the bandits? Captured bandits?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can-
What did
can-
you go? What did you go and get arrested for?
Oh, they found us in our camp, but we need to get out.
Yeah, he's looking
You
through the
need to
keys.
save us.
He's looking through the keys right now. He does a lot of keys. You just keep talking while he's looking.
Okay, well, Iggy has lots of kids at home, and also Tina has a husband, and we need to get back.
Oh, well, Tina, what's your husband's name?
My husband's name is Bob.
Tina and Bob. Oh,
This is a heart-rending story.
this is a hard-hitting story.
But why did you
just
become
tragic.
bandits in the first place? Usually they tend to end up in, dark, nefarious, or open-air cage prisons.
This seems
Things
like
like that. And
a solitary person's job, not a family.
When
Not a family.
we
they're
signed
being-
up, we didn't know that this was going to be part of the deal. This is awful.
You didn't know that
that's-
jail was going to be part of the deal?
Not the kind of jail that has floor is fine, but the kind of jail that hangs over a 300 feet drop, I didn't know it would get to me so much. And the other one's like, oh, I miss Bob.
Who signed you up for this job anyway?
But we needed to feed our families, and Bennett came and talked to us and said all of the humble folk need to rise up against the bird folk because the bird folk have too much power. And look at where that got us. It got us in this cell. This is too much power.
It didn't seem to go very good for you if you got caught.
And we know that.
Alright, we're trying to actually go talk to Benna. Would you happen to know where she is?
She's in the fortress.
Yeah, just a little bit more specific.
The bandit fortress.
Thank you.
Look, all right, Tina, Iggy, please, I understand that you have issues with bird folk and what has happened here as part of this system. I want you to know that I agree with you. The system has to change. Okay, I have these three on my side. They agree with me. They're working with me, and we would like to go and speak to Benna about how to advance her goals in Alderheart specifically. So if you could help us by telling us where we can find her, I can perhaps find a way to work this situation and keep your sentences from being prolonged and get you out of here as soon as we can.
Okay. Well, Anna said not to tell people where the fortress was, but I don't know. If you're gonna
Not tell people or not tell bird folk?
not tell people. It's a secret.
Well, I'm actually going to go to join the bandits, so you got to tell me so I can go do that.
Yeah, I think that's okay. That seems fine, but you just be careful because if you take three bird folk up to the bandit fortress, I think they might kill you because we have some bird folk and they always come to us and they're like odd. They're odd birds. But only as
No on birds here.
sometimes-
As Mungojerry
That's-
is holding.
Ori rotates his head
Exactly.
360 degrees around.
They're like, and that's why I think it might be okay. But Bob is a Luma, and I fell in love with him because he came to the bandits, and that's how we met. And then Bob had 7 children, and that's how Iggy got them.
He gave? Wait.
He
They're
gave the bird
stepchildren.
folk children away.
Yeah,
That you're being.
I've never wanted kids. So when Bob and I got together, I said, Bob, I don't want a stepkid. And he said, okay.
Never mind. I need to call Child Protection Services. And we're gonna need to get on this ASAP.
Okay, well, I recommend never telling that to anyone ever again.
We're just a big happy family. But You know, Bob, I think Bob would like you guys. So as long as you say you're gonna be really careful when you go see her, you have to be really careful.
Of course.
Okay.
We're always careful.
The fortress, you're gonna go for 4 days east. And then after you go for 4 days east, you're gonna climb the mountain for 2 days. And then after you climb the mountain for 2 days, you're gonna get to the fortress.
Are there any landmarks that you could help us with?
Yeah, and then she tells you like there's like Karen-like things that are subtle enough that only like if you know what you're looking for, you can find them.
Nice.
Can we assess the veracity of these directions?
Could I instead go
You don't
square root of
believe
20
Tina?
down a diagonal?
Tina, breaker of home.
Separator of children?
Yeah.
No! Not 100%. I would like to double check if I can.
They were described to us as cracked in the head, so we should
That is
confirm
also
everything that they say.
Yeah, make an insight check.
I drink my own tea while listening to all of this, and I just really, really like close my eyes and just imagine everything that they're saying and visualize if it makes any sense at all.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Great. Well,
Tina starts crying and hugging like the floor, one of the like grates, and like reaching her hands through, and she's like, "I miss Bob," and then Iggy falls dramatically to the ground also, and it's like, "I miss Bob's children."
God.
I don't think they tried to come and save you now, would they?
They're crying.
Okay.
They're
All right. We've
Well, I
lost
don't think
them.
we can find the key, but there's this lever that says floor release. I could pull that if you want.
Bohuckle, don't you say such a thing.
Only one way to see if Jabeen can fly.
Ah, you too, Ori.
What are you?
Just a
what are-
bad joke, Mungo. Calm down.
Iggy, what are the names of your show?
All
She-
right.
She is rife with sadness and will not answer your question.
All right, Bohuckle, it's time to go. We've got our information. Unless we're gonna get them out and have them guide us, which I think is a bad idea. Let's
You
find
only
this
have to
Ash
serve their
Knight.
time. Well, one of us has
Sure.
to impersonate one of them, right? When we go up to the fortress.
Obviously.
But it has to be. It has to be Tina that we impersonate, because then we can be looking for Bob rather than 7 children. Because those are
Exactly.
not together. The 8 of them are separate.
Okay. Ori moseys on out of that dungeon.
I feel like I don't even know how to process what just.
Yeah, it's just I have extracted the vital information and have retained none of the rest. I return the keys to Gingerbeak.
He's like, "Did you get what you wanted?"
Surprisingly, yes.
Very good.
And more.
That's my understanding of the situation as we got more.
I think they'd really appreciate it if you went and captured their children and put them in the cage with them.
What children?
Well, you
Well,
didn't even ask about their
just-
home life.
Go ask Iggy and Tina.
It's also a little cruel, that floorless cage. Why don't you just put down a carpet or something?
That's the point.
The point is cruelty.
Yes. I mean,
You know-
folk love it.
Well, I'm starting to think that the bandits aren't all too off when they say the bird folk have lost it in this town. But we'll talk about that later. Goodbye, Gingerbeard.
It's Gingerbeak.
Your beak.
Whatever. I don't like you.
Off to the roots we go. The
Mhm.
ruts.
The ruts.
Are we
Find
going
the
to
Ash
try and
Knight,
find-
the great and powerful Ash Knight?
Yeah, Riffin before we go.
Obviously.
Okay, cool.
Strig gotta talk straight to Strig.
If there's a ghost hunt around, we gotta get
Have
rid
a
of
drink.
A ghost
what?
hunt?
A ghost.
Is he supposed
it.
to
Yes,
be dead?
because Riven had died in that fire.
Oh, yes, of course. It's
I think you're
impossible.
just obsessed
But...
with your narrative.
Yes.
I think you're obsessed with meeting another Strig.
It's better than
Well,
another
I
Gallus.
I can't get out of this crazy tree soon enough, so the closer we are to the ground, the better. Are the roots actually in the ground? Like, if we go to the roots, are we below ground, or are they kind of like aerial roots?
They, it's not below the ground, but it's not aerial either. It's like the roots will have like areas that have like the ground has worn away, in between the roots, so it's like caved out almost.
Great.
Well, we just gotta go pick a bar and find one.
Yeah.
If I
Go
remember
down.
anything about Riffin, it's that he announces himself all the time with the title of Ash Knight, so maybe people have heard about him.
Certainly seems like a gaudy way to identify oneself.
You go down to the roots and you ask the nearest person about if they've seen the Ash Knight, and they say yes, they have. The Ash Knight is in the wooden flagon. They're very confident.
Ugh, the wooden flagon.
Easy enough.
And the wooden flagon is a tavern near the market district of the Trunks. And you see, as you enter, kind of a lively tavern. A little bit livelier than the Mammal Tavern that you've been staying at in the Canopy. And I need not play this music. Great. And you see Bohuckle recognize a small Strig that's clad head to talon in heavy armor, just like plate mail. solid silver
recognize that
plate
He's
paint
just
mail.
a
man
little
anywhere.
cannonball.
The heavy.
Lit like a little cannonball, sitting at the bar. He's got a flagon of ale. He has a shield on his back that's emblazoned with a wing crest and a sheathed sword on his belt. He's a very cutie little boy.
So cute.
And he's just like kicking his little feeties back and forth, and they like
Those,
clank as he's drinking.
those are the eyes of death.
Riven, what are you doing here? You should be dead in the ground.
He turns around and he looks at you with his little eyes, and he's like, "Whoa, Huckle! If it isn't the healer of Ashborough," and he raises.
Well, it is the hero of Ashborough.
his beard. He's like, "How do you do?"
Well, I do quite well, thank you for asking. How do you do?
I also do well. I'm glad to see you survive.
Well, but you shouldn't be doing well. You should be dead.
You should be dead.
Yeah,
Ori
probably.
sidled up to the bar and got a drink for however long this conversation.
Well, I think we're yelling at each
last.
other from across the room.
Rutherford is next to Ori and is like, I didn't know they were all like this from Ashborough.
It's a small town. They all tend to be similar.
Well, Huckle, come, let me buy you a drink, and I'll tell you the tale of my epic survival.
We'd be
Mungojerry
quite interested in
wants
that.
to hear this epic tale, and we'll go up if Bohuckle doesn't.
I will, yeah.
Yeah, the epic tale. Riffin's like, he tells you all about like the day of. And he's like, I was in the tavern, finding my next quest and perusing the job postings, you know, as adventurers do. And I found one, and I ripped it off the wall, and it said, "Come visit the magistrate of Ashborough, and he will give you a quest for 5 gold." And I said, "Wonderful." And he goes on this like whole tangent that has nothing to do with anything. And then he's
The
like,
Ashboro
and
witch.
then I was in Bella's house, and you know how Bella is. And
Oh yeah, better. You don't know how she is.
I was in Bella's house, and I said I need to stock up. I'm on a journey, 10-day journey, for this quest for the mayor for 5 gold.
A
And
10-day quest.
10-day
What are you
quest.
doing?
Oh, you got ripped
Really,
off.
20-day.
Oh my goodness! Last time we did a quest for Mayo, he turned out to be a necromancer in disguise.
Oh my gosh. Well, I
And then I'll
didn't end up-
interrupt his story with a whole story of my own.
Or he's got a steadily growing
Yep.
group of flagons.
Where was I? Oh yes, I was at Bella's house, and this goes on for like an hour, and then finally he gets in. He's like, and then I heard a crackling sound, and I looked out, and I saw some fire, and I said, fire in my town? And I ran out, and there were ember bats everywhere. And there was fire everywhere, and everything was burning, and Bella was dead, and the magistrate was
In her
dead.
house to die? She was just alive 30 seconds ago in your story.
He's dead too.
Oh, that had gotten to her through the window as I was leaving.
And I kept looking for people, and they were dead, and I heard a screaming from my house, and I ran into it, and I almost burned to death. But you know who saved me? Oddwald.
Oddwald?
Ori looks at Rutherford. Oddwald.
Yes, it's an odd world.
Well,
I
how did
agree.
Oddwald save you? Where's Oddwald then?
That's the thing, I can't find him, so I've been looking for him. But you never met Oddwald. He's my good friend. We would go adventuring sometimes, but I don't think he ever came to Ashboro. Anyway,
Well,
he's
then
a-
what was he doing there on the day it burned down?
I don't know. He showed up. He saved me. We came here. He's gone.
Well, that didn't raise any suspicions to you.
It has.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to find him. Have you seen him? He's a Corvum.
Have I seen him?
You don't
Have
know
I?
what he looks like.
Well, now, when you say Corvum, was he then go and change his name and get elected to the mayor of Winnowing Reach?
You know,
How
you
old?
said that mayor had something to do with necromancy.
Yeah, he has a little groundhog with him that was spooky.
Oh, Oddwald, I don't think has any groundhog friends, but you know, Oddwald is a little I don't know. He went to the avium. He's interested in things. That's fine. He's a good man.
You know, the AVM doesn't have a great track record in our perspective of good people.
Interested in necromancy-like things. Is that what you're trying to say here? How many hazelnuts
Maybe.
did Oddwald
Yeah,
have found
do
on
you ever see him around with a hazelnut or two?
He might indulge himself in hazelnuts every now and then.
Well, what was happening right before the Emma bats got there? They just appeared.
I mean, yeah, that's what I remember. I
Well,
was
how many did
talking
you
to-
slay on your quest to save the whole town?
I slayed.
You slayed? Period.
I was slaying, and I was trying to save people, but
But you got 0% success on that regard.
my plate mail started getting hot, and then Oddwald came and whisked me out of there, and then bam, we weren't in that town anymore, and I went running back to the scene, but there was nothing to be found.
Did you lose, Oddwald?
When? Here. You know, we were just staying here, you know, down here in the roots, and Oddwald was staying with me, and I woke up one day and he was just gone. But I would hate.
What does Oddwald hate the most?
It's a woman named Susan in the swamp. Did he have expressed strong feelings toward her?
I don't know what Oddwald hates the most.
A man who tends to love attention.
I don't think so.
Right.
He's a good man. He saved me, and then we went on an adventure here, and I don't know. He went missing. You know, he needs my help, and I need to find him. And if I didn't find him, what sort of friend would I be?
Can I see if I recall anything about Oswald or Oddwald?
Oddwald.
Oddwald. Of like, I was the healer in town. I would have known if some adventurer was coming through. Maybe I haven't met him, but have I heard of him?
Make a history check.
And does this relate to my culture, race, or community?
Yeah.
Perfect. So then I will add 4 to this. 11.
11. I think you have heard of Oddwald, but as he's like, maybe he went to Winnowing Reach once, and so word of him got to you. But he was impressing people with various spell casting stuff. He was like, just like standard magic things, like Mungojerry can do, like prestidigitating things and like disguising himself as various funny looking people, and like the children were like cracking up about this. So you heard that there was a traveling mission.
Okay.
Now, Riffin,
Yes.
I know we've just met.
I've
This is
met
my
you
uncle.
before.
Uncle's uncle. Yeah, you can see it in the eyes, but we heard from a Captain Gingerbeak that you've been fighting a few bandits or so. Do you know anything about where they've been holding up those bandits?
For the bandits, well, there's a couple camps I've taken care of. Don't mind that. The council had some postings, and I made a little bit of money, and that's how I'm staying here. But other than that, I mean, I don't know. I think they have some kind of fortress that they've been talking about, and also I think that there's a smaller camp, but the smaller camp just seems to be like an outpost. Like, I don't know, they gather there, and there's maybe captains, but nobody bigger than that.
Great. Logan, you can go if you have an idea first.
Let's see if he's been lying. I assume he's like fluffing his feathers up on these stories, but can I tell if they're mostly true?
Make an insight check.
Sight? 6.
Jesus.
Our insight has just been terrible in Alderheart.
Or just
We're
take people
country
at face
folk.
value.
I'm just so inclined to believe you. Your big eyes can't lie.
No, he seems very genuine.
Say less.
And I think on top of that, maybe he even helped you with a couple of like odd jobs that you had around.
So he's
After.
competent.
He's competent.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just want to ask him like more about like, are the bandits terribly organized, or like, are they all kind of like Iggy and Tina?
Like, well, the bandits that I have taken out, they're the ones that are nearest to the city. That means they're the boldest, and I think that also means that they're the dumbest. I don't know about the other ones. The ones in the fortress, they might be a little bit smarter because they're not coming down here and getting their feathers, or I guess most of them are humble folk, their fur bloodied.
And have you encountered any traps while you were on the road?
Oh yeah, loads of traps. They love traps, but they're pretty dumb traps.
Yeah, no one would ever get trapped by those traps, now would they?
Never happened.
No
Oh,
one
yes.
has
That's quite
ever.
obvious when you look at them.
Very obvious. They have some pit traps, but I just walk right across those, and he like hops down from his chair. He's like barely 3 feet tall. He's a tiny owl.
But the metal armor.
The metal is quite heavy. And he's like walking across, and he's like, I just walk across, and then if I'm gonna fall into the pit trap, I just like, and then it's fine, just fly over.
Does seem like an ineffective trap against birds.
Mhm.
We're gonna go to their fortress and sort of get rid of all of them.
Have fun with that. I need to find Oddwald, but if I find him, we'll come out. He would be
Oh.
very helpful, I think.
Well, I mean, yeah, you seem like a Strig who enjoys the hunt. Why not help us for a little bit, and then we'll help you find Oddwald?
What are you doing?
Remember how you said the
Killing
bandits?
some
A question
bandits.
for the ages.
Well, I guess we don't have to kill them, but stopping the bandits from attacking Alderheart, whatever that means.
Sounds like we're certainly starting with the smaller, closer camp.
Does it?
I mean,
I thought we were going right for the leader.
that feels penny wise and pound foolish.
Yes, but if they know we've taken out the camp, then they'll be ready for us at the fortress. They both have risks.
Very difficult decisions. And I need to find Oddwald ASAP because
You have said
Oddwald-
that now 3 times. Do you think it's quite important?
ASAP, you're busy drinking here, my friend. Which, I won't say no to that, but still.
This is lunch. I need to fuel up if I'm to find Oddwald. He's got to be in this tree somewhere. It's just quite a large tree.
Well, we can help you find Oddwald. Cass can wait a little bit. Ben's not going anywhere.
Here's the thing. You have quite a presence here, Griffin, and I think if Oddwald was looking for you, he would be able to find you.
Oh, you don't know Oddwald. He can't see the end of his beak.
But why is that?
Yeah, he's just bad at finding. That's what I mean.
Well,
We get that poor Corvo a pair of glasses.
Like mine.
You blinders.
Yeah, I do this. You know, we could probably find him for you.
We could just do a quick look around.
I mean, I wouldn't say no to help, but the Ash Knight is on the case, and I am gonna find him. I just know I can't come help you with the bandits because I know he's gotten himself into something, and he needs my help.
is it possible
He
he got
saved
himself
me.
into something with the bandits?
And now I save him. I don't know.
Well, I don't think he's in prison, so that's good.
That's
That
true.
is
He's
good.
not in prison. We can tell you one thing. Where he's not, and it's prison. And Eliza's Emporium.
Oh, Eliza's back in town.
Surely she is.
I must go catch up with her. Wonder if she's got any new toys.
This is something random, Griffin. It would just be a really wild thing if you knew who someone named Leia was.
Nope.
Okay.
Never
okay.
heard of her.
Good. Good. That's good for you. Well, a huddle. Well, we gotta go find Oddwald. I think he's probably related to the town burning down, and which that's obviously something we should ask him about. But more importantly, my friend Griffin here needs to find his friend.
Plus, he's got a penchant for hazelnuts.
This is also Dante's from the avium. Susan's from the avium. Jebediah's from the avium.
I think
The
it's best
dots
we
start
take out those
connecting themselves.
bandits.
And that girl we found in the slime cave, also from the avium.
Oh, but she was useless, I think.
I know, but
We
they're
swing by the
little-
avium on our way back.
Well, the avium's a ways away to the other direction.
It's not that far. It's only a couple days. We already have to make a 7-day journey to this fortress. 6. 4 to the east. 2 up a mountain.
Step 1, step 2.
Very
That
simple.
easy.
Well, it can't hurt to look around for Oddwald while we get ready for the journey.
That's probably gonna wait. She's not going anywhere fast.
I don't know. She could
Special-
be launching a war party as we speak.
Well, that means she'll be coming to us, and we don't have to go 4 days to the east and 2 days up a mountain.
In every village that's in the way. Care
Burned.
nothing.
It's burned.
Yeah. We'll help you find Oddwald.
All right. You start at the top, I'll start at the bottom, and we'll work our way towards the middle.
That is just that simple. Where did you last see him?
Here.
Did he say where he was going?
Nope.
He didn't say, I'll be right back.
Oh, well, don't you worry, Ribbon. I'll hold down the fort. If he comes back here, I'll make sure to spot him.
When did you last see him?
When? 2 days ago. I've been asking around looking for him, but there's a lot of Corvum in this city, and there's a lot of city in this city.
And you are quite small.
I am quite small. It's a good thing that they have lifts. I was a little worried when I saw the stairs.
You and me both.
Can I go to the bartender?
Yeah.
I only got 2 things for you. See that Strig over there? Oh, at a certain point, just cut him off for me, thank you. Second hand. Did you see a Corvum around named Oddwald maybe 2 days ago?
Oddwald was staying here, yes.
Or did you see where he went?
No.
Did you was he with any folk before he disappeared?
He was with Riffin.
And no one else?
He was, not that I noticed.
I know funny business going on in your tavern.
No, sir. Not more than usual.
No, you're lying to me.
Actually, really less than usual. Riffin's been keeping the strays away from each other's necks.
Great. But this has not been helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Remember what I said. Cut them off.
He nods to
Another round.
He nods to a server and is like, and then she comes up to you and is like, "Hello, sir. What's your name?"
Ori.
Ori. That'll be 8 silver, and I've been informed that you're no longer welcome here at this bar.
Excuse me. Sorry, you said I've racked up 8 silver worth of drinks points, and I'm no longer welcome. I'm the highest paying visitor to this bar at this moment.
Yes, and I would ask you to pay, and then leave. And then she whispers at you, and she's like, "You can come back later. You just have to leave now."
Oh, I see. You drive a hard bargain, but I guess I've wet my whistle enough for today.
She's like, "That's right. Please get out." And she winks at you.
Ori winks back, and we'll drop that 8 silver for her. Shake his head and be like,
Shake his head, but it
just
just goes all
don't
the way
have
around and around and
hospitality
around.
in this city. Staggers up a little bit.
No, you don't got anything to do, so we can go look for Oddwald.
What? Who's Oddwell?
Oh my god.
And with that, so
Yeah, I
Griffin
guess-
said, start at the top and he'll do the roots.
Yeah, but he's pretty dumb, so maybe we don't have to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that I trust him to have competently searched for his friend for the last 2 days. So we should probably just start at the bottom
Check
and
the
work our way
bar
up.
across the street.
I'd love to check a bar across the street.
I meant check the sobriety house across the street.
So it is apparent that Riffin at least has a reputation. If I ask around, all of the people at the bar, people across the street, people at the market, because we're near the market district, does Oddwald
Oddwald.
Does Oddwald have a reputation? Is he known around town? Is he...
He does have a reputation. It is not as strong as Riffin's, but that's because Riffin is a little cutie. and Oddwald is not a little cutie.
Mm-hmm.
That's simple.
Oddwald is like Oddwald's reputation is being Griffin's like scary dog privilege. He's like a big scary corvum who's probably like, I don't know, almost 6 feet tall, a very tall corvum. And Griffin is like half of his size and a little ball of feathers. And Oddwald is like not cheerful, is scary.
I can only imagine he's balding in patches.
I don't think actually, but the art it gives that vibe. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was just red flags all around. You can't be 6 feet.
Anyone
Certainly
over
not. Nobody should be 6 foot.
No. That'd be a good
It's much
height.
too
like
tall. Too high from
4'2".
the ground.
too far from the ground, yeah. Head in the clouds.
Well, there's only one way to find him.
It was so loud, our ears could not perceive it.
Anyone with the last name Alderheart has to be pure goodness.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It's this sort of lack of pupil that really gets me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the scary staff or the flowing purple evil robes.
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
the
no.
clawed taloned hand held like this.
That looks like you
You
should be
can't see the
gripping a
pupil,
heart.
you never know where they're looking. It's a real danger.
This raises a question for me. He said he can't find things. Is he actually just blind?
No.
Okay. Well, asking around, obviously some people recognize him. Has anybody seen him more recently than the last 2 days?
No.
Yeah, okay. So he's been banditized. That's my
Did
official
he leave
ruling
in the
this
night?
case.
Like, did he like vanish at a weird time, or was it just
Yeah.
like?
I mean, Riffin said he went to bed with Oddwald, and then Oddwald was not there when he woke up.
With Oddwald?
With Oddwald.
With Oddwald.
Okay.
We're getting all the tea today.
Ori's absolutely no help through this process.
Great. I feel like I would like to persuade people that we are just like to help us look for Oddwald. You know, he is integral to us to find, and like if anybody, you know, can help us.
Mhm.
Maybe Mungojerry gets the like street kids, and he's like, they know everything because they're always like out playing on the like in the streets of the markets, and
Yeah.
they like overhear everything their parents say, and so he's gonna like be like, you know, doing the old kind of Mungo trick of like, oh, you know, if you tell me, I'll, you know, give you, you know, I'll give you each a copper or something like that. And he wants to kind of like send a bunch of little kids out to look for Oddwald, or like to bring back any news of Oddwald, kind of a thing.
Roll persuasion.
Hey!
Oh my gosh.
You saved it for that one, Sarah.
It's only really good or really bad with Mungojerry.
It's true. It's there's like no in between.
You find are you doing this in the roots or where?
In the roots, just because that I feel like as we work our way up, so like for however long it takes us, like he'll just like find the local market with like the kids.
Yeah. You
But
find
starting with the roots.
a little gangly servant, baby, not actual baby, small child.
I speak servant.
Perfect. And they're playing in the street with some of their friends. see you, and they're like, "Hello."
Why, hello there, my fine fellows. You look like a knowing sort of lads, now aren't you? I bet you know everything that goes on this street. Not only this street, but the street above and the street below.
I don't know if there's any street below, but sure, whatever you say.
I was just having some poetic license there. He's like, well, you know, I'm new to town, and since you know it so well, maybe you could help me find somebody. I need to find him really quick. He disappeared in the middle of the night. It's very mysterious.
Very mysterious.
Oh, it's a very mysterious thing. What is his name? Is Oddwald Ebonheart.
Oddwald.
Oddwald Ebonheart, 6 foot. He's a Corvum.
That's a tall Corvum, mister.
It's a one tall Corvum, and he probably is pretty easy to spot. Do you know anything about it? Have you heard anything about it?
I can't say that I have, mister, but are you a song singy
I am a
Gallus?
song singing kind of guy. It's true. Yes.
All right, I have a deal for you, mister.
Okay. Lay it on me.
We'll go looking for this giant Corvum that you tell us about. If you write a song for us about us,
I absolutely will. What are
and
your
then
names?
play it for us.
I can do that gladly. What are your names?
You don't need to know our names to write a song about us. Write them about the street children.
Okay. How many of them are there?
There's like 3 right now. He's like, I'll go get the rest of my friends and we will be on the case.
Great. Am I writing this song right now, or is it like they'll come get me when they've got news and then we exchange the song?
We'll go looking for him. We'll search the whole city. It'll take us 1 whole day, 24 hours. We can do that, no problem. And then you finish that song.
You got it. Sounds like a deal.
All right, mister.
And if you come back even faster, I'll give you a second verse.
But if we come back faster, will you be here? I was gonna say we could meet here in 24 hours, and then
I see.
that makes
Yes,
sense.
that's very logical. Yeah. Okay, we can do it
Okay.
your way too then.
The second verse also.
Also, now we're up to a second verse. I shouldn't have given away my buttons. But you got me. And Mungo's gonna just pretend that he got him in a deal, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll write you a second verse."
Yeah, perfect.
Great.
They scatter, and you continue to see in the next few hours, like a multitude of children emerge from the trees and just like search every business, every like height on the tree.
I am the Pied Piper of children.
I hate it.
Mungojerry is sitting down, sipping his tea.
Perfect. We will take our quick 10-minute break here. When we return, continue hijinks. See you then. have sent the street kids on their merry way. You have faith that if Oddwald is in the city or adjoining villages, they will find him.
The
Dead or alive?
greater
Dead
Alderheart
or
urban
alive.
area.
Yes.
The tri-state area of Alderheart.
It's like 6 zip codes they're checking. It's gonna be
Yeah,
thorough.
it's significant numbers of children.
Why don't we just recruit the kids to go fight the bandits?
I know, jeez.
Because that's a far more lethal task, and you have ethics.
Is there anything you want to do in the 24 hours that these children are searching?
We could go shop at Eliza's Emporium.
Let's go shop at Eliza's Emporium. I've never shopped before in D&D.
Yeah, there we
Now
go.
a
There's a
shopping
little bit of
episode.
context for that.
Okay. Y'all go back up to the canopy. Back to Eliza's place. It's open. She's in there. She's got a couple customers. She's like showing them around. She's got her list of items that she has, and you can see that she's done a better job inventorying in the last bit. She's like, you can see on the list, she's like crossed out duplicates at this point. And she's like showing people around, and she's like, oh yes, I've got this, something. What does this even do? I've got this fucking quiver.
None of us use
A
bows.
fucking quiver.
Fucking
Oh my
quiver.
gosh.
No.
Eliza sounds a little grumpy today.
So
I
like this
wonder
quiver, she's got like another what are the falcon people? Another raptor, eagle raptor guy who's got like 3 quivers on his hip and a giant longbow on his back. And she's like, this quiver. Now this quiver can hold multiple arrows, and it's like have you heard of a bag of holding? And he kind of nods. She's like, it's like a bag of holding, but just for arrows. Would you like it? And she's like selling the guy on this. He doesn't buy it.
Eliza! It's
Oh,
good to see you.
hello.
I'm trying to find something. I don't know if you can help me.
What
I'm
do you
looking for a
mean?
small little animal. I can't quite remember what it is, but it goes like clap, 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 clap when you wind it up.
Clap, clap, clap. Is it this? She holds out the squirrel.
It was a squirrel. No, I don't think it was a squirrel. There's something else.
Yeah, this squirrel doesn't clap.
Wait, what?
It hops. Something hops.
Yeah, it hops.
But how much is that?
How much is this? 25 gold. But for you, my dear friend, for you, I'll give it to you for 20.
What if I told you I only had 10 gold to my name?
You drive a hard
But-
bargain.
If I told you I got 50 gold per person coming down the line?
Per person, what kind of deal did you make?
We went straight to the top. We got made a deal with the speaker herself, Bitta. She sent us on a mission. I could throw in your name if you were to give me a even better discount. I could
Make a
say,
persuasion check with
ooh,
advantage.
13.
All right, 10 gold. You get this wonderful thing. I mean, like I said, I told Mungojerry, it's worth 25 gold to me. But for you, and for a little name drop up at the top, I think it's worth it.
Okay, I'll buy it from her for 10 gold to turn around and say, Anyways, I have this thing worth 25 gold to sell you.
The problem is, Logan, you gotta give her time to cross it off her list.
Infinite money. We found the infinite Eliza hack.
It's called high frequency squirrel hopping trading.
The problem with your play is that she always knows what something's worth, and if she sold it for 10 gold, then she's decided it's worth 10 gold. So now she knows that, like, she doesn't remember that she had it, but she does know
she
innately
knows
that
the
it is 10
current
gold
market
worth.
value
Yes.
of every item.
Yeah. That's what she gave up for her memory. She was like, I don't need to remember. I just need
just need to
direct
appraise
input.
in the moment.
Yeah.
Always be aware of market value.
Yeah. That was her genie's wish.
Eliza,
Yes.
now, apparently, I've been told that I need armor or something. Something to help protect myself from getting, stabbed in the face or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Do you have anything that could help someone like me out?
Just the face, though.
Well, what
Just
kind of
a
armor?
mask.
What kind of armor are you looking for? Can you wear heavy armor?
I have literally no idea.
You
All right,
certainly
we'll
cannot.
get you fitted out.
Light armor is what you are locked into.
I don't know the answer to that
You're
question.
light as a feather.
I'm light as a feather.
She takes you over. The store like opens up into a little like outfitter area. There's like
Makeover time.
yeah, there's casual outfits and fancy outfits and armor and socks and hiking gear and like I don't know. It's like an REI but for adventurers.
Love it. Love this.
And she shows you 3 different options of varying price points. And she takes you to the most expensive one. She's
Of
like, "Well,
course.
this is studded leather armor. It's pretty good. It'll keep you pretty safe, but it's 45 gold. And if I don't know. Do you have that much money?
45 gold?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Just show me everything, Eliza.
Okay. Well, this is the best stuff. But if you can't afford this, then leather armor is the next cheapest. That's 10 gold.
I'm like, Ori. I've dragged Ori next. I don't know what any of this means.
What do you mean? It's armor. You put it on and it helps protect you.
Does it all do the same stuff, though?
No, some of it actually is better than others. Like, the studded leather is actually better. But it's not a big difference.
Okay, what's the cheapest option then? What's the
Well, the
you-
cheapest option is just this, and she takes you over, and it's just like padded armor, like literally just pads of like fabric. And she's like, "Well, this will protect you just as good as leather because if this gets slashed, the pads and pillows will burst into feathers before your arm bursts into
do
blood."
love a
But
theatrical pillow.
this
Pile of
the
pillows.
pads are like kind of awkward and make you a little clumsy. So if you're gonna go sneaking places, I wouldn't recommend it.
Let me try the middle grade stuff, the leather armor then.
All right, that is 10 gold. You get a 10% discount because you protected me on the road. So that makes it 9 gold. You can try it on.
Throw in an extra dagger in there for me.
Oh, of
Eliza.
course.
Yeah.
How much does a dagger cost?
A dagger's 2 gold.
2 gold.
But really, it's 18 silver.
With your discount, 1 gold, 8 silver. 9 silver.
Could you round
10,
it all?
8 silver.
Just round it all down to 10 then.
All right, 10 gold. All this.
Great.
And by all this, I mean all of these pieces of leather armor and also this one dagger.
Yep. That's all I want.
All right.
Okay. I come out squeaking
Look at you.
with my leather.
You're a true warrior now,
New
Mungo.
leather, so you squeak a little
Your
bit.
new leather. Shiny. Your new
Yeah.
boot goofing. Is it ostrich leather?
Who knows?
We'll never know.
We'll never know. She won't remember.
Leather armor, Sarah, sets your AC to 11 plus your dexterity modifier.
So your AC's gone
The
up by 1.
real kicker here is the dex modifier is 0.
So you really need heavy armor.
Well, she's so good with her rapier, we're gonna make her take swords or battle.
I was gonna
which
say, in next level, we've got some serious conversations to have.
which means she can wear medium armor with one of those. I can't remember.
Wait, tell me what I do again, Abby. I was too
Set
many
your
things.
AC to 11.
AC 11 right now. Yeah.
Oh, it's 11.
Currently.
What's your dex modifier?
0.
So you already had leather armor? Oh no.
Maybe. I don't know.
If you look at your character sheet, so on the center column, there should be
I just
somewhere
have
on there.
light armor. Wait, character sheet center column.
Yeah, there'll be
I
where your
did
gold
already
is.
have leather
Yeah.
armor.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Take
that
Good thing you
money
kept the
back.
receipt.
There's a 1 hour trial period.
Most stores have a "you didn't bleed" in it, so we'll take it as a return
Yeah.
policy.
I see you're already wearing what I sold you, so I'll take this back.
Yeah, you double layered leather armor.
Got it. Oh yeah, can I double it up?
Nope.
Oh, why? All right, well then I will ashamedly return it and be like, I was wearing leather this whole time.
Liza
didn't
is
know.
like, yeah, I was wondering. That's
whatever,
okay.
Can I keep the dagger though?
Yeah, I mean, the dagger was what the 1 gold part of that.
Yeah.
10 gold. So just take this 9 gold back, and that's fine.
Great, we did great. I love this for me. Everybody else shop now.
But you had such a good time.
Liza's like, once you get 45 gold with a 10%
Now I
discount,
know.
now you know.
If you had any rapiers, that would be a different story, but
Oh boy, do I. Those are expensive though.
yeah, I was like, are any of them in my price range? Probably not.
That's 25 gold
Oof.
With a 10% discount.
with a 10% discount.
With a 10% discount. Nope. All right, I'll just have to work up to it, Eliza.
Yes, that's fine. I'll be here.
Every time you go somewhere if we accompany you, do we get another 10% added to our discount?
If I need to go anywhere. Sure.
Okay, we just need to take 10 more trips with her.
Unfortunately,
Make
it's
sure she
multiplicative.
needs to take 10 more trips. Fortunately, Eliza, we're still quite poor for adventures. Wouldn't happen to have a healing potion of any kind, would you, though?
She does have healing potion
You need
At a
Available?
healing
steep
potion.
discount.
at regular price
No! Eliza.
minus 10%.
What's regular price on a healing
Oh,
potion?
they're ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're so expensive.
50 gold.
insane.
It's a racket.
It is a racket.
I should start
Never
making and selling
mind.
holy water.
Sarah, are you stealing something?
I did not mean to touch that. Yeah, I was just trying to update Dagger 2 in my... no sleight of hand.
Well, I have no more money.
Yeah, it's really exciting to do a shopping episode at level 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you might want some more daggers if you want to actually throw them.
Nah, I've got a bow and arrow. So if I'm like actually making ranged attacks, just gonna do that.
Eliza goes up to you, Ori, and she's like, Ori, could I
Yes.
interest you? I found this and it made me think of you. She pulls out like a wooden token. It's like this big. One side of it is completely flat, and the other side has a ram's head carved into it. Like, Huh?
You know, I'm not much of a goat fellow. Bad memories from a long time past.
Oh?
Yes, there was this caravan, there was a couple of goats, things went crazy, and people were hurt.
But doesn't this remind you of that?
No, it
And you
was
can
not a good time.
Reminisce on your surviving 5 gold.
That's expensive. Is that with or without the 10% discount?
Oh, without. So do the math.
No, Eliza, you're a shrewd businesswoman, but I'm a tough customer.
All right. When you start thinking you want it, you come back. I know you will.
Well,
I'll know where to find you.
see, Eliza, that clearly this item doesn't really have much value, right? I think maybe the problem
Why?
is you're asking. Well, nobody's interested in it.
That doesn't mean it doesn't have value.
Well, it doesn't have the value that you've ascribed to it. I think that it might be worth more like 3 gold. Yeah, that sounds about right to me.
Do you want it for 3 gold?
Well, it would certainly be an offer worth considering.
I don't know. I think it's worth 5 gold.
What does it do, though? Does it do something worth 5 gold?
Hey,
Yeah, it
detect
probably
magic.
does. It probably does. Yeah, we're gonna. There you go. There's 4.5
If you negotiate
gold.
with her for 10 minutes, I can tell you if it's magic.
I give her 4.5
And what
gold.
kind?
Okay,
And
you
what
buy like 4-inch token with a ram's head on it.
Mm-hmm. And what?
Like
Do
it's
I
not
have
a
a
satisfied
deity, is it?
customer. I did tell you that it was valuable.
Yeah. Do I
don't
have an
know if there's
innate sense of what it does? Does it just look pretty?
You don't have an innate sense of what it does.
Okay. I hold it in my hand and think. Use.
The infamous magic words. Use.
But do you have a nut?
No,
have
there's
the
no
appropriate
there's
nut.
no goat deity. Nothing happens when you think use.
Does it like have a secret compartment that I open up that has instructions in it?
Make an investigation check.
Ah ha ha! Here we go. I'm on to something. 18.
You see on the side of it, a flaw.
A
Like-
flaw.
But you can't figure, like, you see lines, like, on
Uh-huh.
the top and bottom. But you cannot for the life of you figure out how to get into it.
Is it perhaps something arcane in nature?
Make an arcana check.
Right, great. Only 10.
You don't know.
Damn. Alright, Bohuckle, I got a thing for you. You should
I got to wait 9 more minutes.
That's great.
I started casting it when you bought it.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I patiently wait 9 minutes with my...
9
Trinket.
minutes later.
Do I get a 10% discount for helping you on the road?
Okay, no, that'll be... I charge services, so a level 1 spell's 25 gold.
Ah, but it's a ritual, so it doesn't cost you anything but time.
What my time is worth? Let's see, 25 for 10 minutes.
Let's
that
see,
would
we've
be-
made like 10 gold over the course of 2 weeks, so your time is worth at most a gold a day.
Okay, is it magic?
It is magic.
If you had to associate a nut with this thing, what nut would it be?
Which nut would you choose?
It is. I'm trying to remember what all the nuts are. I would associate it with almond, divination, magic.
It's an almond.
Almond.
Oh,
Well, you gotta hold it up to your
It's
head.
almond wood.
Yeah, hold it up to your head. Look through it.
We'll look through it.
What you
It's
see.
solid.
Okay.
Well, you're not doing it right, obviously.
Well, help me then. What do I do differently?
Well, have you tried holding it out and thinking use?
That's the first thing I did. It's my go-to. It's my natural instinct.
Well, maybe maybe flip it and see what happens. Is it a coin? It was described as a coin,
A
right?
4-inch
No, it's
disc.
a token.
What is a token if not a coin?
I mean, it's like a coin, but one side is not
Usually
carved at all.
yeah,
the other
Coin is
side-
monetarily related and a
Well,
token is not.
Well, again, okay, well, try this. Hold it out and say, magic ram, and then ask it a question and flip it. And then if the ram is up, then the answer is obviously yes. If it's down, then the answer is no.
I ask it, does it know my name? I flip it.
Okay. It flips and it lands on Ram.
Does my name start with R?
You flip it, and lands on flat.
All right, so it's bunk. See, that's not it,
I
Bo.
think you did it ask. Maybe it refers to you by your last name. It's very formal.
I don't think this is the way forward to decide how this thing works.
We could ask it more questions.
There's no other indication of what this thing does. Can I get like a tiny screwdriver and like wedge it into where it opens? Try to pop it open.
Yeah, you try to wedge it, and the like it doesn't wedge, and the wood does not scratch.
Okay. Sure.
I'm gonna go over to Eliza. Sidle over to Eliza. Eliza, just between you and what does this do?
What do?
I turn her head.
Oh, I mean that's for me to know and him to find out.
It's quite funny. I do enjoy this. But where did you get it?
I got it from an old trader on the road. From where I'm from. It was another Aluran.
And then when he told it to you, he said, "Oh, this is my." What did he say? When he put in
Ram
the name.
token.
Oh, and he said, "And it does."
He didn't tell me.
How did you figure it out?
I'm very clever.
But the problem is he's not, so he's never gonna figure it out.
Oh, I believe in him.
Does it involve flipping it?
I'm not gonna give you hints.
We're on the right track, Rutherford. Keep flipping.
Does Eliza have a library, like, of books that she's selling?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, I would like to see if there's anything about ram's heads in this.
How'd you do this?
I feel like I just go and I peruse and I'm looking for, since we know it's almond wood, I'm looking for like divination
Okay.
spells. And so I'll do that way and through divination see if there's anything about a ram's head token in like the divination section of like the bookstore that Eliza has.
Roll a d6.
Showa. Like do 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 do. Ooh, palmistry, no. Ooh, tea leaves, no, but might need that for later.
Or yeah, she does have a book on divination.
Okay, great.
It's called Divination for Dummies.
That's exactly what I need. I need divination for 4 dummies. And, and is there anything in there flipping just like picture of ram's head?
How much are you like flipping through every page?
I think I'll like flip through for pictures. And if I don't see a picture, then I will look for subsection like tokens or divination with amulet, or like I'll kind of like look into the particular thing.
Yeah, you do see a picture with a ram's head token in this book. The book is not written in bird folk or
She can read
any
anything.
language you know.
Oh wait, she can speak anything. And she can understand any.
I can
spoken.
read too, I think, if I really care. But
what's it written in?
What is it written in?
You don't recognize the language.
Is it bird folk?
No.
Ah. Yeah.
I can
Oh, as long as you're touching it.
Yeah, understand any written language that you see. Nice.
You should just tell Sarah so Connor still doesn't know.
Yeah, you should just
Yeah,
tell me.
I'm fine with that.
I won't tell Connor. I did not expect to have this much success.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and just deafen myself in Discord, and
Oh.
you just go ahead and you tell her, and then undeafen me. It wouldn't be a stream that I'm running without some kind of technical issue. It's a secret for chat too, so.
Good.
Perfect. This is even better.
Oh boy! Very
Other
excited for
guesses?
you all.
Oh, you just keep doing what you're doing. I think that's exactly the right thing to do. Yeah, just hold it close.
I'm going to make an insight check if I can.
Go for it.
Is Mungojerry lying to me? 7.
No lies.
No lies.
Only
All right.
truth.
Yeah, just keep messing with it.
You gotta
How
keep
long-
flipping it.
How long are you gonna keep messing with it?
I think it's just gonna be a little puzzle thing that I fidget with and figure out as time goes on. If I'm bored, walking down the street, just work on it. So assume
Perfect.
basically constantly.
Yeah. Great.
Oh my gosh. There's just going to be so much anticipation for whatever this does.
Mhm.
Anybody else want to shop?
Can't afford anything
Perfect.
useful.
What are you all doing then? Are you just wandering, going to get some drinks?
Was there anything else we had to do in this
I've been
godforsaken
cut off.
tree?
I think, Mungojerry, wandering for Mungojerry is really not an option that he will willingly choose to explore.
I think the children are on it. We could just go back to the Mammal Inn.
Fur, not feathers.
And we're already up here. No sense in going back down.
We'll just go hang out.
Yeah, I
Okay.
might
Get some fermented
play
milk.
at the inn.
Sure.
Make a little bit more of my coin.
Yeah. Roll a performance check.
Sure.
Oh.
6. It's not good.
Natural 1. Yeah, it's not good. You start playing some like classic Gallus tunes, and none of the mammals at this bar appreciate it. Yeah.
Instead of
I mean,
a skylight, they have
crickets.
a floor light that you notice that just looks straight down.
it is not going well. And then that moose bard that was playing before walks in, and everybody like boos you off the stage, and she gets up and starts playing her guitar and like making it, everybody gets happy again.
Bird
All right,
phobia.
it's fine. Sometimes it's just not your crowd.
Sometimes it's just not your crowd. Rutherford, while this is happening, you've been playing with this thing in your pocket for about an hour now, and you feel your mind connect to it.
Okay, great.
And you know that if you continued to play with it, you could open it.
Okay. Yeah, I do that then.
Yeah, you open it, and you see, I think many threads of futures, like, spin out from your mind, and you see, like, all
Oh,
of these
God.
different things that could happen.
Okay.
And you see, like, Mungojerry walking off the stage, and, like, versions of reality where he trips, and versions of reality where he, like, goes and fights the moose bard and gets back on the stage. But, like, all of this stuff is happening for everybody. You can see the future for, like, 6 seconds, and then it ends. And then the box doesn't open again. But you think if you did something in the 6 seconds that you saw, you would do it better than normal.
I would do it in all timelines and take the best result of all timelines. Okay, interesting. Well, all right. We're gonna sleep on that, and then that's gonna be a fun little thing that we get.
You know, I can do something similar to that. I just haven't done it for any of you.
You
And
assume that
did you
Rutherford has
actually do
told
it?
anybody what he has discovered.
I assume Mungojerry has shared with all of us.
Rutherford doesn't know that
Except you.
Mungojerry has shared with all of us.
Mungo goes up and he's like, "Did it open then?"
It did, yes, yes.
Great. Well, have fun with all the timelines.
Oh, you know about that?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know about that.
Hmm.
I know you
But-
see futures.
yeah,
I know you
yeah.
see futures for sure. So I didn't know necessarily the specifics of the timelines. And I don't know that you do things better in that 6 seconds.
Mhm.
But I know that you can see the future from that little token.
Okay. Well, neat. Guess
Yeah.
it's not such a secret thing. Why didn't you say anything when we were in the shop?
Well, I thought it'd be more fun for you to figure it out yourself. It's so much more empowering when you think of when
So much
you
more
do
enriching.
it on your own. Experiential learning is
We're
all
big on that here.
is-
Gallus, real big on experiential learning.
we truly are.
Yes, well, alright. Seems to be a handy thing to have.
Yeah, that's Eliza. She's got good things.
I'm surprised. I don't think I give her enough credit.
I think
Wonder if
Mungo's
this is
gonna-
magic. I'll wind up the little hop 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 hop.
You wind it up, it hops for a minute, and then it stops.
Exactly a minute.
Yeah.
It's a timekeeper.
Clock. I'll detect magic and see if it does anything.
Yeah, it's magic.
Oh my god. What does it do? What nut is it associated with?
It's associated with pistachio, which is enchantment.
Perfect. Use!
I think you know how to use it. You just wind it up.
They will never know. Okay. That's fine. I'll just play with it for a little bit. Then put it away.
Yeah, I think we're just having an easy
Easy night.
night.
I think we're just chilling.
Okay. Just chilling. Go to bed. Get some drinks. Wake up in the morning, and unless you have anything you want to do, you just wait until it's been 24 hours. Make your way down to the roots, and the street kids come and find you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I don't know. 8 street kids show up. The same servant kid, Fawn, walks up to you and he's like, "All right, you write the song?
Yeah, you bet I did.
You're gonna perform it for us?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Absolutely.
You promise?
Yeah.
All right. I got bad news for you. Your guy, he's not here.
Not here at all.
Nope.
You don't know, and no sign of where he went at all.
Nope.
Well, the man just vanished.
Just vanished. If he was here, we would have found him.
How would you vanish if you could vanish from Alderheart? Like, is there? I guess what I want is like, is there any way in and out of the city unseen by them? Like, if they're
I
like,
mean,
oh yeah,
Corvum knows magic. He could have just teleported or something.
Yeah, I
that's-
would have teleported, mister. That seems like a good way to vanish.
Exactly, kid.
All right. Well, Mungojerry admits defeat, or just that they don't. That's all that they know. Did they find out anything useful at all?
They confirmed that he did, like, he was seen actively prior to 2 days ago and has not been seen since.
And does he have like a good reputation?
He has a fine reputation.
Okay. People aren't like wigged out by him. Or
People
anything.
Are a little wigged out by him, but he's also the contrast to Riffin, so it would be hard.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's too cute. The cuteness just offsets the wigged
Yeah.
outness. Got it. All right. Yeah. So I will be true to my word, and I will perform the street kids song and dance. For the
Perfect.
street kids. Do you want me to
What
sing
a-
it?
Do you have a song?
Do I need to?
I don't know.
You better have a song.
I can have a song. I do have a song prepared.
Do you have a song prepared? Yeah, of course I can.
I prepared a song because I wasn't sure
Uh-huh.
this was a really we want Sarah to sing moment, or if
Uh-huh.
this was a we just know narratively that a
Yeah,
song
yeah, yeah.
is performed.
If you have a song and you would like to sing it, then that's great. The servant claps his hooves together, and kids come out of the woodworks from everywhere, like flooding out of the city. And you have
Right.
like, I don't know, an obscene number of children around you, like 40 children, are all around, ready to hear the song of the street kids.
Great.
Oh, and dance. Stand up, Sarah. Dance.
And no. First of all, Connor would kill me. I would be out of frame.
Oh my goodness.
It'd mess everything up. So I strum my lute and I go, bet you never heard this before. And then he goes, well, life on Alderheart is kind of laid back. Ain't much a street kid like me can't hack. It's late to rise, late in the sack. Thank God I'm a street kid. Well, a simple kind of life never did me no harm. I'm stealing
Well,
from
he's
a
got
family
some
and
spoons. He's playing the spoons next to you.
and escaping from the farm. My days are filled with an urban kind of charm.
Thank God I'm a street kid.
And we're like getting all the kids to say, "Thank
No.
God I'm a street kid." Come on. There you go. That's the street kid. song.
Amazing.
Wow, inspiration.
Absolutely spectacular.
So good. The
Great.
street kids love it.
Great. They should.
Yeah, they love it.
And I'll be like, more verses when I get back, boys. So,
They go,
Look forward to it.
"Yay!" Everybody's excited.
yay! Great. Well, with that, I guess we just gotta hit the road. I don't know what else we can do.
Well, he might be with the bandits. We had that was a lead beforehand, and then we thought this might have been another lead. But if it's not, then they must be together.
Into the forest.
Well, should we at least tell Riffin?
No. Oh, Ori's already walking.
Rutherford will catch up to you then later and go and find Riffin and tell him.
I mean, you all have to
Leave him
buy
You can leave him a note.
supplies. You could leave him a note, but Riffin is. You find him.
We don't have to buy supplies.
You don't have to. You're geared up.
I
on
got my
supplies?
hopping squirrel.
That's true.
I'm
you
a
have a hopping squirrel.
survivor.
We've got
And
a
a
survivalist and
pot.
a magic.
Yeah, that's true. You don't
Feast.
need anything. Yeah, Riffin's just around. He's probably made it like halfway up the tree, doing his own little search.
Damn.
He's
Like-
small but fast.
Maybe he is
He just
competent.
rolls up.
And Logan casts inflict wound.
On Riffin.
So you see
We gotta
Riffin.
stop.
Riffin's like going through, looking in all the windows and doors, and then he sees you, and he's like, "Oh well, hello there, foxy man. I never got your name."
Foxy
Rutherford.
man.
Charmed, I'm sure. So we
I'm
have.
Riffin, the Ash Knight.
Yes, I'm familiar with your title. We have good reason to believe that Oddwald is not in Alderheart. We have searched high and low with the assistance of a great many people in the city. And
Was it all those kids? I saw lots of kids.
yes, they were a part of it.
Oh, good. Okay. Not in the city. That
Not
means
in the
he's
city.
not here, which means I need to go away
Yes.
and find him.
It seems to me that you and Oddwald have gotten into some altercations with these bandits.
Yeah, but we took care of that. No problem.
Sure, but clearly there are still others.
Other bandits? Yeah, but
Yeah.
If Oddwald got captured by bandits, he would not. Those bandits would not be anymore. He's got to be in bigger trouble than that.
Well, okay, so who do you think would know what the biggest trouble around is? Surely the people who are getting into trouble, yes. They would know what's the bigger fish than them in the pond is.
Maybe. Do you think these bandits know anything about anything? I don't think so.
I think that, so it's certainly been my experience that there's always somebody who knows what's going on. Just find out who it is and ask them the right questions.
Okay.
So, I think if we're going to find any leads on Oddwald, we're going to have to do so out of the city. And
Yeah, and
we would
should
certainly
split up.
appreciate. I disagree. Why do you think we should split up?
Because I mean, you all are like one Riffin, the Ash Knight. So if you all go and look for Oddwald and the bandits, which I know he isn't, but then you can make yourself feel better that he's not there, then I can go do something useful.
Well, you know, fine. Griffin, do as you please. But,
Good luck out there!
yourself as well. Walk back. God, that guy's a fucking dick. I hate him.
He's a Strig. He's fine. He's just sensitive.
I just think you don't know how to interact with the country folk. They tell it like it is, so he probably told you the truth.
Those Vulpin have always been sensitive.
Mungojerry's like, well, we should probably go, and he pats you on the back, and he hands you a cup of steaming hot tea, and he says, it's all right. He's never been a team player from what I've heard.
Thank you, Mungo.
Well,
Unless that team is him and Oddwald.
it's Earl Grey, just for you.
Oh,
very
delightful.
good.
Just as the Queen intended.
What queen?
The Bandit Queen, Sean.
Even worse.
I've heard she loves Earl Grey. It's perfect. Brings you back to your old days. Yeah, I feel like Mungo's he's like so ready to like not be an Alderheart anymore. His dirt,
Yeah.
he's like, I think there's only like a few little pieces of dirt. Like he's rubbed the dirt too much that he's like lost most of it.
There's
And
just
so he's
muddy
like-
footprints
Yeah.
across the city.
He's like, so if we're good here, then I'm ready to go down back on the ground, get back in there in the forest where the action is.
Yeah, definitely. Ori is leading the way. He is also anxious to get out of the city.
Perfect. You all leave Alderheart, take a lift down. In the shadow of the tree, you take the road east, through the forest and leave Alderheart behind you. We will pick up with the travel and arrival at the stronghold next week. Because I don't want to get into something and then have a fight. We don't
That's
have
the
time
solution.
for that.
We don't fight anybody. We waltz in, we say stop doing that, and we waltz out.
I don't see why
Stop
it
that.
wouldn't go exactly like that.
Yeah, or we just take the opposite route and befriend a slime and never get into anything
Oh,
ever.
That is a question we
Speaking
had
in-
over break. Where
Yeah.
is Schlorpo?
I left him with normal and Charlotte
Oh,
in the
okay.
city.
He's with.
Oh,
he's
I
with
forgot,
Susan.
yeah. That
Perfect.
means we have to go back to that godforsaken city if we want Schlorpo again.
That means Bohuckle has to go back to that godforsaken city.
I'll go back when there's new management.
Yeah, all the problems should be solved momentarily.
We definitely solved all the problems there, I'm sure. Great. Great, grand, wonderful.
Wonderful.
I'll prepare a song
Another
for the
perfect
road.
session.
Another perfect session.
Another perfect session. Nothing went wrong. We did everything perfectly.
We did everything perfectly. It was great. It's
great.
Yeah. We'll be back next week. Same time, same place. For more woodland adventures. Hopefully we'll actually go kill some bandits. And sort that out. And level 3.
Gruesome woodland adventures.
Level 3 is on the horizon.
Ooh, that's a tasty level 3.
It's a real
I
good
know.
level.
It's on the
Followed
horizon.
only by level 4. Also tasty.
Apparently, serious.
Followed
talks
by
have to be
level
had.
5, which is also very good.
Just
Tasty
bangers
for
coming down.
spellcasters, not for the others quite as much.
5? Extra attack? That's the
Yeah.
spiciest.
Oh, 5 is extra attack. I forgot. I always forget about that for some reason.
Bangers.
Only spice ahead, it sounds like.
Only
Un-
spice
until
ahead.
6. 6 is a real letdown.
And 7 is okay.
But then 8 picks back up.
This is sounding like the
We're
Wheel of
just
Time series.
Saying which number is the best. Completely out of context.
It's a real
Completely out of
slog.
context. All right, we'll see you next week. Thank you for joining us for Chaos.
Bye.
We'll see you
Goodbye.
next time. Bye.